Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's live event. My name is Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager here at University of the People. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode of Student Stories from Quarantine, where we will interview our business administration student, Giulia. Hi, Giulia. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
So, Giulia, where are you from?
I'm from Italy. I live near Milan.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna circle back to Giulia in just a moment, but I just want to say hi to all our viewers. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Why don't you tell us where you're from? If you're a current student, let us know what you study, and if you're applying to University of the People, why don't you let us know where you're from so we can differentiate between you guys? So. I see some comments coming in. Lakeisha, hello, Lakeisha. Thank you so much for tuning in. So guys, as you know, Corona has impacted students from all over the world, but we want to let you know that nothing has changed at University of the People. We're still operating the same, and I encourage you guys to ask questions throughout this live. Just a friendly reminder that we will keep having more student interviews next week, so stay tuned. Good evening, Muhammad. Hello. Thank you so much for your comment. Okay, so as we know, if you're a student at University of the People, like I said, nothing will be affected. Everything will continue exactly as before without any disruption. And the best time to study with us is really now. So I've actually included a link in the description of this event where you can go ahead and apply to UoPeople if you haven't done so already. We are tuition free, so we never ask for yearly tuition. However, we do ask for just small minimal fees to keep us sustainable. We have grants and scholarships available if you're unable to afford those fees. So without further ado, I want to bring in Giulia because that's why we're here. So Giulia, you said you're from Italy, which has been very hard hit. So, well, first of all, let's find out about your studies. How long have you been a student at University of the People?
So I started at University of the People in April 2017. So there is 3 years now. Yeah.
Okay, and
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm almost at the end of my study. I'm studying business administration, the bachelor degree in business administration. So.
Okay, amazing. And how did you decide to study that degree?
Well, it's when I was pregnant. So I was pregnant of my son, Diego, and that's when I had to change my life. So I decided to start university again. And I decided for University of the People after, looking online and everything because of the fact that it was an online university, which was very great for my type of experience and study and busy life.
Yeah. And yeah, so the flexible schedule, studying when you can, that probably all seemed really great for you, and a new mom. So how old is your son?
He's 2.5 years old. He will be 3 in August.
Very nice. Okay, so I know that Italy has been hit really hard by coronavirus. Can you talk about the current situation there?
Yes. We are locked down in our house since the 8th of March or the 9th. I'm not remembering very well. But yeah, so it's been over a month, and we will be in the house until the 3rd of May. So this is gonna be like almost 2 months, and it's been very hard. It's been scary, and because you don't know how long it's gonna take, and to fight these things, and you're just stuck in your house, and you cannot do nothing about it. You just have to, stay there and go ahead with your life somehow. So yeah.
Yeah. So what's it like? Like if you go outside to get groceries, is that okay?
Yes, you can go outside just for grocery shopping. Of course, not every day. So they ask you to go, the minimum possible to go out, like as minor you can possibly do. So let's say today I went for grocery shopping, and most probably, if I can, I will go back again next week. If I can manage to, I will go in 10 days from now. So just to keep my my time that I go out the less possible. So yeah, you can go out for grocery shopping, or if you have an emergency, or if you have to go to work, of course.
Okay, and speaking of work, what do you do for work?
I'm working as a key account advisor for DHL Express at the moment. So yeah, in the customer service.
And are you able to work from home or do you have to go into an office?
No, I'm working from home. Since the lockdown started, the DHL was able to make us all work from home.
Okay, and how do you manage that with a 2-year-old son?
It is very hard. It is very hard. Thank God I have my husband with me, so when I study or work, he's taking care of the son. But it would be very hard if I was alone, for sure.
So, and what about your studying? What about your studies? How are you juggling studying and working from home and your son and your husband and this new life? How is it going with the studying?
Well, for sure, I say this to my husband a few days ago. I said the only thing that hasn't changed for me is the university, because that's online is there, and it's something like that has never changed. And actually now I feel like I have more time to study, because I work from home, so I don't have the traveling to do. That gives me an extra 2 hours that I can study or I can do something else. So I feel like university side has been better because I get more time for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I hear that a lot from students that, it's a one consistent thing in their life. So it's like nice to go back to studying.
Yeah.
What sorts of, I have like a 2-part question. What tips do you have for parents who are, at home now with their children and they're not used to it?
For sure is to organize as many activities as you can with your children. We do a lot of paintings, a lot of crafting, and we bought a bicycle so you can learn to ride the bicycle. We have a terrace outside our house, so you can just ride it outside. So that gives him also time to stay outside and in the fresh air, but it's still secure inside our home. So that by the end of the evening, they will be so drained up that they're just gonna go to sleep, and you have your time, your free time.
Yeah.
To do what you can.
What time does your son go to bed?
He normally goes to bed by 9 o'clock.
Okay, so then you have after then to do your thing. Okay, so the other part of that question is what tips do you have for students in lockdown or quarantine, who are about to study online or who are studying online?
To make the most of this time, because it is actually a great opportunity to have so much time at home where you can organize yourself, and you have a bigger time frame to organize yourself. While if you work and you have to go, that time frame always gets smaller. So if before my time frame was from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11:30 a.m., now is from the morning till the night. So and even if you do have to work in that time, it's still the time frame gets bigger, so you can actually focus more on your study. For example, if normally you apply in a term for 2 subjects, you can apply for 3 now, and just focus a little bit more and get push your degree faster.
Yeah, and I know that you have your son and your husband and your work, and is there any method you use? Like, I hear a lot of people do use to-do lists, or they block out certain times to study. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I do. I have a certain times where I study. It is in the morning between 9 and 11, which was the same also before the lockdown. And now I added in the afternoon when my son goes to sleep, because he still goes to sleep in the afternoon. So from 1 till 3, I still got that time also to study, plus in the night, if after he goes to sleep, so after 9 p.m. So that I plan it like that.
Yeah, I also hear a lot that people really try to stick to a schedule when they're in quarantine or lockdown, so you don't go crazy from not knowing what to do.
It's true. It's good to have something fixed so that you don't get crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so actually, I was telling you this before we went live, but I want to tell our viewers that a few weeks ago we had a really interesting Facebook Live with our health science dean and Dr. Dowd. She is a professor at Oxford University, and she did a research paper on coronavirus. And she said that a lot of the reason why Italy was hit so hard is because you have an older population. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like in Italy for those who've never been there?
Yeah, the older population is a great amount. So there's a lot of people that are old. Also, we are very sociable. Let's say habitants, so we like to hug and kiss, and we go and visit our grandparents and parents very often. So I think that was the virus, for sure. It's the people that are older a little bit more than the one that are younger, and it's spreading so much for sure because of this also. In my point of view, there, I don't know.
Yeah, one question I have about the Italian culture is, is it very common for older people to live with their families, like their kids, once they...
It is not so common. Maybe it's more common in the south of Italy. It's not so common. However, we do meet very often. So maybe every Sunday we will meet, every Saturday we'll meet. So yeah, even if you don't live in the same house, there's a consistency in meeting each other. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, before I move on with questions, I just want to say thank you so much to our viewers for commenting. I see, and wow, Lakeisha's from Louisiana, Hasib's from Afghanistan, but he lives in Spokane, Washington. That's a big stretch. Good for you. Cesa from the Philippines. I can't say this person's name, but from Somalia. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. By the way, feel free to ask Giulia questions. XGoGo is living in Portugal, and he asks how he can study. Well, there's actually a link in the description of this event that you can copy and paste into your browser, and it'll take you straight to the application page. And if you have any questions, you can email admissions@uopeople.edu. Hello, Serene. Hello, Peter. Serene studies at UoPeople. Ishfaq, good morning. I am a student of UoPeople in computer science. I'm from Pakistan. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so many great comments. Thank you. I just want to acknowledge some of them because without this event, we without the viewers, we cannot have an event. Okay, so back to you, Giulia. Sorry about that. So what tips do you have for students who might be looking to transition to an online degree?
Well, for sure, it will be very convenient for them. That's my point of view. I think they will have more of a flexible schedule, so they can just work around it and find more time for the study and maybe complete their degree way faster than with a normal university.
And just wondering, did you go to university in Italy?
I started it, but then I just dropped out of it.
Can I ask why you dropped out?
Yeah, well, for sure it was for the fees. It was very high, and also I just couldn't find it. Like, it was not the right fit for me, so I couldn't find the right method of study, and I needed to work also. So I just decided to go to work.
Okay, and so that's why. And how did you find University of the People?
After a long internet search.
Yeah.
I spent weeks and months maybe looking online for a university that would be the great fit for me. There are universities.
Kitty. Sorry about that.
Okay.
It's like a kid crying, dog barking. We're all home. Okay. Anyway, so sorry. It was a long search, a long internet search that you had. Sorry.
Yes, and finally I found UoPeople. What I found very interesting was the fact that it was very affordable, and also the fact that it was completely online. Like, there are a lot of universities in Italy which are online, but they still ask you to show yourself in like a meeting point for an exam or something. So you still need the time to plan and go over there the particular day to do your exam. This is actually online. It's totally online. So that's
Right. It's really interesting with this whole coronavirus situation because a lot of higher education is, starting to go online. So we've actually seen a real increase in our applicants and our enrollees from last term because people want to they want to go study online. And University of the People has been around for over 10 years. So, we're a big, kind of player in the field, so to say. And so yeah, we have seen a lot of increase, which we're we're happy about. We wish it was different circumstances, of course, but yeah, higher education is definitely shifting. I posted a lot of articles on social media about this. If anyone has anything to add, feel free to comment, share in the comments. And Giulia, I'm so curious more about Italian culture. Like, Italians are all like, I've been to Italy. I have Italian friends. Like, they're so warm and bubbly and always kissing and touching, and like, it's got to be so tough, for you and your family and your friends. How is it going? Like, what is like the overall kind of vibe there right now? Is it just really quiet on the street?
It is really quiet on the street, but I don't know if you've seen online. There's a lot of videos that show Italians on their balconies just singing and try to do something together, because that's how we are. We like to stay with each other and to share our time together. So yeah, it's been hard, but what I think is even it's scary is the fact that maybe it will never be the same. So we maybe have all to learn and be different. So we will see how it goes.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of videos of people singing on the balconies. I think I saw some drinking, like wine situations. I don't even know how they were doing what they were I don't even know how to explain what they were doing, but it was very, very, very cute. Okay, so Giulia, do you have any advice for applicants thinking about studying at University of the People?
Well, for sure, if you're looking for a reliable university and affordable and also flexible, you should definitely become a UoPeople student. It is. I have just only good experience with it. Like for me, it's been great from the time I started, and it will be, I think, till the end of my study. I think it's seriously something that can help you reach the goal in the way, like in a easy way, not because it's easy, but because it gives you the possibility to just schedule your life with it. So that's great.
Yeah, and what's your favorite part about studying at University of the People?
What I was saying before, that's the fact that you can actually, like, if you know that if for a term you're gonna be busy, you can just apply for you can just enroll for one subject. If you know you're gonna be less busy, you can enroll for three if your grades are high enough. So that's great. Right now I'm enrolled in 3 exams because I'm at home, so I say I just better do it and so get along with it. So yeah, that's great. That's that type of flexibility. I think is awesome.
And have you had a lot of interaction with other students?
Yeah, well, of course, every subject is gonna make you get to know a lot of people from all around the world, which is great. You get to experience different cultures and read their point of view in some subjects or anyway in their life. So that's great.
Yeah, for those out there who don't know how it works, we have Yammer, which is kind of like our social media platform for students. Do you use Yammer, Giulia?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you post on there? Like, what kinds of things do you post?
Well, you can post anything from like how to I don't know how it's gonna be an exam or meaning how much effort you have to put in it, and if you have to how much time you should put in the exam in the subject. Also, you can, if you're experiencing some trouble, you can just post over there, and all the others are gonna tell you, yeah, I did the same, you just have to do this and that, and you can fix it, which is fantastic, because if you're at home alone, you will never find out the solution.
Yeah, and then there's also like the forums. I think they're like the how you guys talk to each other and for the assignments. I think they're called forums.
There are discussion forums. So every week you just post your answer to this discussion forum, and then you engage with the other students about the subject, and you have to rate them and read their answer, and engage in a dialogue with them.
So for those of you guys who are applicants who might be worried about what the student interaction is like, maybe you're worried there's not enough because we're online. It sounds to me like, from what Giulia's saying, that there's a lot of student interaction. So don't be worried about that. People are connecting all the time, learning about different cultures. It sounds really interesting, actually. We have a lot of students who say they've met friends, and they keep in touch, and they go to they take it to WhatsApp. So anyways, I think that's all the questions I have. Giulia, do you have any final thoughts?
Well, guys, if you are really looking to complete university, you are in the right spot. I think just find out more about it, because it's a great opportunity.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for telling us what's going on in Italy. It sounds like, there's a lot of issues, but it sounds like it's about to get better. How did you know about the May 3rd, that date? What you said that you think you'll be able to leave your house on May 3rd?
Well, right now, that's what the Prime Minister of Italy has set as a date where maybe things are gonna change, and we're gonna be able to leave our house a little bit more often. So it's not gonna go back to
Right.
normal, or the before, but still maybe we're gonna start doing something more than just stay in the house.
Okay. All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Julia, for joining us. I wish
So,
you the best of luck with your situation. And I want you to thank your husband for taking care of your little boy while we did this event. I really appreciate it.
thank you.
So thank you everyone, to our viewers, for tuning in. It means so much to us at UoPeople that we can bring you these types of stories. We'll keep bringing you these stories because I think it's really important to understand what's going on with our students from all over the world during these crazy times. I hope everyone stays safe and healthy out there. Like I said, there's no time like now to study at UoPeople, so I've included a link in the description of this event. All you have to do is copy it and paste it into another browser, and you can apply to UoPeople. Any questions, you can send to admissions@uopeople.edu. Don't forget, you don't have to pay any assessment fees upfront. Upfront, you can wait until the end of the term to pay, so there's no risk at trying UoPeople. On YouTube, we have videos breaking down the process of applying to UoPeople. So all you have to do is go to the playlist and go to how to apply. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I know Corona has impacted students all around the world, but we want to remind you that nothing at University of the People has changed. We are very consistent, as Giulia mentioned. So again, any questions, you can email your advisor or send an email to admissions@uopeople.edu. And I hope everybody stays safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and connected with University of the People by your side. So Giulia, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, viewers.
Bye. Bye. Ciao,
Bye,
ciao.
everybody. Have a great day.